coach before the game. One of the big keys in this game plan here today is to get their transfer running back the ball. He has been terrific all season and really paced this team, but today he has an opportunity to go over 1,000 yards. He is early and often in the script. Coach said, we want to run the rock, really make sure that he gets that mark, but more importantly, it helps our team win every Saturday when he's rolling. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Knights offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Duke Watson, what a performance he had in their last game, putting up more than 300 yards on the ground. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. At the 35, he's got room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. The Knights headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're just continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Ooh. Maybe a double pass. He's got him wide open. Flying out to the left. All the way. Touchdown, UCF. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. You talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we get our first look at Christopher Vezina. They were all over him for the entire game last time out. 3 sacks and a couple of picks. Offense in a split backfield. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Haynes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas.
Fires a bullet, now it's picked off.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. In the red area, it's Watson. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Knights in the hurry-up. Here's Duke Watson. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Running inside, it's Haynes. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It's against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. A handoff for Watson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Back to throw, it's Barnett. He's looking deep. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Knights come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They'll run out of the gun with Watson. Hard running there. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit out, sir."
Second down, they'll go to the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Listen, sometimes these quarterbacks, they get locked in on who they want to throw to. I didn't think he was open there. Nice job by the defender, breaking on the football, batting the ball down, making sure that receiver can't make a play.
Makes the grab on 3rd. Breaks into the open. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Knights, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Lost a pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the 5-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David. You're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
It's 3rd and 5. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Gets rid of it. Oh, look, Ma, one hand.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. And you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line. It's really nice to have that.
He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Looking for the edge, it's Johnson. There's some room. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Could not make his way to the corner.
He was not fooled on that one. A lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. The screen, he's got wheels. Got enough space. Touchdown, Clemson. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Here's a give to Watson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Right back to the well. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Knights want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Look, got a little grass. Makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Knights! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got it. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Snagged out of the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
It's 3rd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. On target. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He's at the and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Fielded in the end zone, it's Farmer. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Got a little space. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
A handoff for Watson. Got enough for the first. It's a seam wide. Touchdown, UCF! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On the move, it's Davidson. Maybe a crease. Pass to 50. Pass to 30. 10. And he scores! Touchdown, Tigers!
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
At the 40, there he goes. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 14 team, the Texas Longhorns.
The Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Dangerously close to kicking that one out of bounds, but it made it into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ollie, they seem very concerned about these injuries. What's going on down there?
Hey guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. Their running back has been terrific, playing well so far in this game, but he is taking a lot of hits. He's had to absorb a lot of contact, running yards after contact, but they're going to keep their eye on him and see if he can power through all the hits, bumps, and bruises he's taken here in the first half. Guys?
Ollie, thank you. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Johnson. Picks up the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Clemson set up with another first down. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the right. They find Wesco open on the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
Quarterback Keith fights off a defender. Could be an alley. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Touchdown, Tigers! And the comeback is on.
I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now clearly on their side.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Barnett. The quick out. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is third down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. He's down immediately, but they convert on 4th down and keep the drive alive. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. The Knights line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
Poor starting field position here for this offense. On the run, it's Davidson. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's Davidson. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The option, he'll keep it. Runs through a tackle. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Gets it to him on the screen. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. Clemson will send the punt team out. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Unloads to the wideout. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. UCF wants to take a moment. They use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Split backs here. On the ground with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After that last play, there is a Clemson Tiger slow to get up. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. He tries to take the top off. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Going to field this one in tight quarters. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical.
Oh, he found a space on the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll throw it from the red zone. Fakes to grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulls it on the option. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. The Knights line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. And they're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He'll get rid of it. Working the middle. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Get it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it. They're on the run. Snags it, and there's running room. And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the house for 6.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver getting open and making the catch, but now you got to secure the football. You know there's going to be guys coming trying to rip it free. They did it. They scooped it. They scored. That's a play he's going to learn from.
And they tacked on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs. Bangs his way to the 20. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Here's a give to Watson. Looking for more room. The 20, the 10, touchdown Knights. Once he got some room, it was over. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Bringing it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this was